When Trump was going on and on, lying about the horrible rapists and gang members flowing north from Mexico and point south, MAGA got all frothy and bought in on the lie. But it is a lie. 99% of undocumented immigrants have never attacked a U.S. citizens, and the warnings about MS-13 have fallen short, probably since MS-13 makes about 0.25% of all the gangs in the country. I mean, there are more people on Epstein's list than there are cartel members in the U.S.
It's sitting on my desk right now.
But you know who's really pissed? ICE. Now, while you've heard that the budget bill just passed allocated billions more to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they won't see a cent in their paychecks. But that's not why they're pissed. They're pissed because they signed up for real police work. Instead of busting Scarface, they're arresting gardeners, short order cooks, waiters, day laborers outside Home Depot, and people who clean hotel rooms and pick strawberries. Not drug cases, no human trafficking, no child exploitation, unless, you're talking about the Epstein list.
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Now, ICE sees what's happening and they're pissed. And this is breaking news. As ICE's budget looks something like 1930s Germany, the question is, will these men do the right thing and follow the Constitution or instead follow Trump? And along those lines, this just in, Homeland Security is now asking fired bureaucrats from the Musk-Doge purge if they want to be ICE agents. I shit you not. From the CDC to USAID, these are regular, hardworking bureaucrats who are being asked if they want to wear a mask, point guns, not at cartel thugs, but regular workers, and in many cases, U.S. citizens.
In Southern California, dramatic videos show federal agents detaining day laborers in Home Depot parking lots and chasing farm workers across fields.
What you're doing is kidnapping.
This street vendor clung to a tree as agents tried to bring her into custody. According to the Department of Homeland Security, more than 1,600 people have been taken into custody in L.A. alone in the last 3 weeks. An all-out blitz promised by Border Czar Tom Homan at the start of the raids.
Are there more days coming ahead?
Absolutely. We're going to be out there every day.
President Trump reiterating today he wants to deport 1 million undocumented immigrants a year.
What we're doing is we're really going after the criminal aliens, of which we have plenty to work with.
But according to new ICE data obtained by NBC News, 120,000 out of the 185,000 immigrants arrested by ICE since October have committed no serious crimes. Alejandro Barranco says that includes his father, Narciso, an undocumented landscaper who was cutting bushes at an IHOP when he was pinned to the ground by federal agents last weekend.
ICE agents have become political pawns, and it hurts. Instead of protecting our border, Trump is using them as his own little propaganda army. And already one ICE agent has been shot. It seems logical if Trump continues his charade, more will follow. The Atlantic is reporting today that as Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents embark on countless deportation raids in an effort to meet the White House's daily arrest quota of 3,000, many ICE agents are becoming completely demoralized. Morale is in the crapper. Even those that are gung-ho about the mission aren't happy with how they're asked to execute it, the quotas and the shift to the low-hanging fruit to make these numbers. As I mentioned, Trump, along with nearly all Republican members of Congress, gave ICE a mind-blowing bump in the recent budget package, making ICE's budget higher than the military budgets of all but 15 countries in the world, including the United States. But it is a war zone out there.
2 weeks ago in Los Angeles, where we ran an operation where ICE officers were doxxed. So let's just say that again. People are out there taking photos of the names, their faces, and posting them online with death threats to their family and themselves. So I'm sorry if people are offended by them wearing masks, but I'm not going to let my officers and agents go out there and put their lives on the line and their family on the line because people don't like what immigration enforcement is.
Now, while ICE agents might be frustrated, they took an oath to the U.S. Constitution, and they're not stupid.
Children will be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding.
And while they might be bewildered by Trump and Stephen Miller's sick vision for the future of America, they have an obligation to refuse orders that violate the law and the Constitution. And they know that wearing masks and grabbing people off the streets simply because they're not white is wrong, immoral, and unconstitutional.
Never happened to us before.
I feel like I was in a movie set or something. I mean, it's so unreal.
Drone video this morning shows ICE agents moving into an Irvine neighborhood. Annie Yang and Yuzong Cheng are still in shock after being woken up by Homeland Security investigators.
Woke up to this morning.
Neighbors captured the scene outside their home. They describe hearing, "We have a warrant, come out with your hands up," over a loudspeaker. Agents telling Yang and Cheng they are looking for their son, who they identified as Michael Cheng.
They want to find out what's Michael's involvement in this. They did take our router. Hard drive.
Michael's parents say their son moved to New York last month.
And so the agent explained everything to him.
And what makes this different than the first time around when Trump had families in cages is the pushback by the Republican Party is gone. Arresting U.S. citizens and deporting them to countries they've never even visited is insane and immoral. And behind every arrest and deportation is ICE. But there is some pushback from unlikely places.
We were told there would be there's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them, gardeners. Yeah. Like, really?
But at the heart of this story is Trump's attack and how he's using it to both accrue wealth and also distract from his criminal actions and conspiracies. At first, it was just Trump's wall. It failed, but not to hear Trump, who claimed that he built 1,000 miles of wall, when in reality, he fixed a few fences and built less than a mile of a new wall. And of course, it was pointed out time and time again that for every 10-foot wall, there's an 11-foot ladder. It doesn't work. But the real grift had begun in earnest, as Trump deflected his crimes by claiming there were millions of murderous thugs entering the U.S., when, in fact, there weren't. In fact, Obama deported 40% more people than Trump ever did. So when Steve Bannon started a private fund for MAGA members to contribute to and then ripped it off and was convicted and later pardoned by Trump, well, was anyone surprised?
Yes, GoFundMe has not stopped accepting our donations from everyone who's donating. It's still going on. And everyone who donates right now, your money goes towards this wall. 100% of your money goes towards the wall. It's not going to line someone's pocket. I'm taking $0 of the salary, no compensation. It's going towards the wall.
President Donald Trump's former chief strategist, Steve Bannon, has been arrested and charged with fraud and money laundering. Mr. Bannon and 3 other men are accused of diverting hundreds of thousands of dollars from an online fundraising campaign to build a wall on the U.S. border with Mexico. You may remember that was perhaps Mr. Trump's single biggest campaign pledge. The money was allegedly used for personal expenses. Chris McGarrian, the LA Times White House reporter, comments, "It's extraordinary how many people close to President Trump have become felons. Michael Cohen, Paul Manafort, Rick Gates, Michael Flynn, Roger Stone. Now Steve Bannon has been arrested and charged in a fundraising scheme."
The whole immigration grift is really simple. It's brown people. I mean, while there are over 1 million white Europeans, Australians, and South Africans here illegally, they're not going to be rounded up. Take Musk. He broke the requirements of his student visa by dropping out and going to work. He could be deported. And birthright citizenship? If that means you have to be a citizen to birth a citizen... Well, little Bannon here will be headed to Slovenia with Mommy Melania. At some point, ICE will have to decide who they really are, Americans or cult members, because there is no other choice.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Goddamn right.
Do you have no shame?
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.